This story today is on dinosaurs. And we've got some very strange looking ones that are extremely old. And it's called Gigantasaurus. That's what they look like. Many millions of years ago, beyond the path of the lava flow, on the edge of the jungle where the herbivores grazed, 4 little dinosaurs spent their days playing in the Cretaceous sun, following tracks and having fun. You can see the 4 little dinosaurs down amongst the lava flow.
Would it be very hot, that lava flow?
Oh yes, very hot. The dinosaur mums said, "Beware, my child, of the Gigantasaurus, so fierce and wild. With teeth as long as you are tall, he'll soon make a snack of one so small. His feet go stomp, his jaws go crunch. In the blink of an eye, you'll be his lunch."
Oh, you wouldn't want to run into him.
No, look at the teeth. These guys are very big.
They're the mummies.
They're very big.
Big mummies.
Yeah. Bonehead Tiny, Finn and Bill went off to play up on the hill. The Gigantosaurus was on their minds, till Bonehead said, "I think you'll find we need a lookout, and I'm the best. I'll get a good view from that termite nest over here." Okay, good idea. But it was only a minute before Bonehead cried, "It's a Gigantosaurus! Run, quick, run and hide!" Thud, thud, thud. They ran, they hid, they shook with fear. The Gigantosaurus was coming near. Here it comes. So there was no stomp, there was no crunch. No fierce monster had smelled his lunch. "It's just Triceratops." Bonehead laughed. "You ran, you hid, you're all so daft." "Hello, Dad." "Hello, son." "But you passed my emergency warning trial. Now I think I'll keep watch from that rock for a little while." So he's going to look over here and stay.
Close by, just in case.
Just in case, like all mummies and daddies. But with a little bit later, Bonehead cried, "It's a Gigantosaurus! Quick, run and hide!" Boom, boom, boom. They ran, they hid, they shook with fear. The Gigantosaurus was coming near. But there was no stomp, there was no crunch. No hungry beasts after snacks too much. "It's old Dilophosaurus." Bonehead laughed. "You ran, you hid, you're all so daft."
Is it Diplodocus?
I think that's what I said. Diplodocus. But danger lurks, as you need to learn. I'll look out from that enormous fern. See, he's eating the fern too. He's hungry all the time.
Looks like a new tree fern leaf.
It was, until he ate it. It didn't take long till they heard a shout. "Gigantosaurus, you better watch out." Again. Thump, thump, thump. They ran, they hid, they shook with fear. The Gigantosaurus was coming near. Here we go again. But there was no stomp, there was no crunch, no carnivore with a whiff of lunch. "It's Stegosaurus," Bonehead laughed. "You ran, you hid, you're all so daft. But at least you passed my final test. Now I'm going for a nap in that comfy nest." And see, he's got a little comfy nest and he's going to go over here and stay out of the way. Then seconds later, the cry began, "Gigantosaurus, run as fast as you can." But though his friends heard what Bonehead cried, by now they knew that Bonehead lied. "That's it," said Bill. "We're off to explore. We're not going to play with you anymore. Off with you." So they're going to play and not do
Instead of hiding.
Instead of hiding, like Mummy and Daddy said. No one left a trick. Bonehead was alone. He began to wish he was back home. For an awful noise was coming near, and now there was good reason for fear. The feet went stomp. Whoops.
Up the other one. No, up.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
The jaws went crunch. And the Gigantosaurus had his lunch.
Can you just move the book out of the sun, Pop?
Sure.
There, can you see him now, boys? Wow.
He is a big boy. Okay. Bonehead's friends came running back after they heard the tree go crack. Poor old Bonehead, it's such a shame. What a sad end to his naughty game. Even though he tricked and lied, at least he taught us how to hide. Burp.
Oh dear, he
He's
got eaten.
But then they heard a muffled cry from the scraps of the nest that lay very nearby. Wonder what that was. I'm here, it's me. I have survived. I'm sorry that I tricked and lied, but this time, honestly, it's true. There's a pterodactyl after you. And look, where's the pterodactyl? Over here. Big flying dinosaur. And though Bonehead thought they'd run in fright, his friends just shrugged and said, yeah, right. My goodness gracious. Okay, let's meet the dinosaurs in this book. We have, first of all, Ankylosaurus. That's this little fella here. You can see how he's got a very rough head. Then we have Stegosaurus. That's this guy he's got these big combs on the back. He's a Stegosaurus. He's a dinosaur with a spiked tail, and he's called a Thagomizer. Triceratops, and this dinosaur has a huge skull. See how big it is? It's 1/3 the size of his whole body. So he's got a really big head. Then we have Parasaurolophus, and he's paleontologists, they're people who look after dinosaurs, think that this dinosaur's large crest was used to make sounds. See the large crest there? Then what else we got? We've got Brachiosaurus, and that's this fella here. He's a truly huge herbivore, which means he eats plants. And Tiny's mum will grow to be even bigger than Diplodocus. This is pterodactyl. We saw him earlier. He's the flyer. There's no such thing as a pterodactyl, but that's what most people call pterosaurs or flying lizards. What Bonehead meant to say was pterodontan, or more specifically Quetzalcoatlus, but he couldn't pronounce that, and neither can I. And of course we have the big fella at the back. He's called Diplodocus, and he's the giant dinosaur that has a very, very tiny brain, but he's a lovely person. And Gigantasaurus, and this scary dinosaur was part of this book, and that's this big boy here. You can see his tail. He's a big, big boy.
I know you said you liked dinosaurs, and that's why we pulled this one out. But I bet you know a lot of dinosaurs' names too.
Okay, and that is the end, boys.